What's going on? Today we're going through your guys' best and worst tattoos. You sent them to me, you're asking me my opinion on them, I'm gonna tell you. Let's get to it. Okay, this first one is a wolf with blue eye things coming out of them. Okay, so it's definitely a style choice that I'm not a huge fan of. This like almost sketchy look, like it was drawn on. Some places they did this sketchy look, like it's almost like an animation with the claws, and then other parts they kind of let that go and they didn't really do that everywhere. It's an interesting choice. There's definitely not enough black to distance the images. So there's the head, there's these eyes, there's the chains, then there's the claws. It's just a lot of stuff and it all just kind of looks muddy and gray. Not my favorite tattoo for a handful of reasons. And honestly, it misses the mark on almost every one of them. On to the next. Okay, we got a Hanya skull back piece. Now, right off the bat, I like it. It's a good tattoo, it's fine. There's nothing really crazy about it, but if you want me to nitpick it and get kind of wild with it, I'm never a huge fan of images that are split down the middle and they have like one thing on one side, one thing on the other side. I just think there's like a little bit of strength or power that's lost in an image like that. Now, this tattoo is still pretty cool. It's big and bold and gnarly, so I give it huge props for that. But yeah, in my heart of hearts, I really wish it was either a Hanya or a skull. You know what I'm saying? Like just pick one or the other. Don't know why we need both, but hey. The purple in the Hanya is a style choice that I'm always like, that was a choice. I don't mind it. I don't even think it looks bad. Like, especially when I like first glance at it, I just go like, oh, there's something to it. There's something wild about it. Kind of crazy. Yeah, that's all I got about this one. Overall, I like it. Next, now this one. This one I fucking love, dude. You know, like just a simple little good luck kitty. It's funny that I feel so strong about this because there are some things about this tattoo that are just kind of weak. There's a few line work mistakes here for sure, to say the least. Like there's actually kind of a handful of line work mistakes where things don't connect, especially if you really get into the paws of this kitty. But do I give a shit? Not even a little bit. Like I just overall enjoy looking at this tattoo. Like the subtleties, the amount of color they put in. They didn't overdo the color, but they put in just enough to make this thing stand out. I love this tattoo. I'm kind of surprised myself that I like it as much as I do. But when I look at it, I'm just like, fucking cool. On to the next. Sweet. Okay. This tattoo is done really well. There's some things here that I'm never a huge fan of, like the usage of white, but like, I don't think we're losing anything by using white in this particular tattoo. There's a lot of black in it, and I like that part. The contrast is really heavy. I feel like this is a tattoo that is so far out of my spectrum that I can't really criticize or critique it very well. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. Like it's just a rock solid tattoo. Using the fundamentals of tattooing, which is really important to me, obviously. You've been on this channel before. You guys know I'm pretty nitpicky about like the techniques. Not necessarily like the application, because sometimes the application doesn't really matter that much. But the techniques and the ideas that they're using do matter a lot. And this tattoo looks like it's just gonna be rock solid. Even though there's bits that I don't understand fully, like I can't pick up immediately, especially in the like blouse area, that doesn't matter because that face looks fucking bitchin' to me. Super nice, super solid. On to the next. And then we got this ear thing. Okay, so like I was saying, sometimes the technical application doesn't matter in comparison to the ideas that they're trying to pull off here. And like, this is not a good idea. Putting something super detailed in the ear is just never gonna look good. Now, this tattoo looks fine right now, right? It's like, you know, it's a hard spot to tattoo. They made it look pretty detailed. They got away with a lot of stuff. But overall, this tattoo is gonna be a big black blob in exactly 4 seconds after I publish this video. It's just the way it is. Ears don't look good, they don't heal well, and they never do. So if you're gonna do an ear, make it as simple as possible. Put a fucking star in there, you know? Put a simple little star or a line or whatever. Anything other than this detailed type of thing, especially with like super heavy negative space stuff, because a lot of that detail is gonna be gone. I mean, like, you see those teeth, right? I mean, do you see those teeth? Like, we kind of understand the teeth are there, but they're not really there, you know? That thing's gone. That thing's gone. Okay, on to the next. Fuck. Okay, I've seen this tattoo once. I've seen this tattoo twice. I've seen it a few times, and every single time I look at it, at a quick like, you just go, bam, I love it. Very cool, very interesting, pretty awesome tattoo. And then when I really look at it, I have some questions. There's a style choice to go so minimal. That's fine. Never my favorite thing. I love when things are just like smashed in color because it just makes the tattoo more fun. But I get that this is a style, and it's not my favorite style, but I'm gonna critique it based off of that style. I think that the flowers should have a different color other than red. Like, you should have multiple colors in there, whether it's like a light blue or a yellow. If you put blue in the flowers, then you can't put that green in because it's almost like a bluish green, so you maybe make those black and brown. I think the tiger needs some yellow. I think the tiger needs some true gray. Just, it needs something. It needs something. I look at this tattoo and I'm like, it's there. It's like 80% finished, and there's something more to it. And I get that it's a style choice. I just disagree with that style choice. And even in that style choice, I think they're missing something still. Yeah. Still a nice tattoo overall. Overall, it's a good one. What's going on, guys? I want to just take a moment to say thank you. We just broke 70,000 subscribers, and we're trying to make it to 100. If you don't mind liking, subscribing, sending this to people who also like tattoos, we appreciate it. But also, if you want to help support the channel, we just dropped our first t-shirt. Me and my buddy Austin, who's been in clothing for a long time, just started it, just dropped it. It's our first t-shirt. Check out the link in the description below at tulipstreet.com. Look at the back. Pretty fucking cool. Even Pepe looks fucking cool in this shirt, except for his dumb hair. Thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. Everything, always, truly. Thank you. Next. Okay, I feel like looking at this is a tattoo I could have possibly done maybe 6-7 years ago. Now, I didn't do this tattoo, I hope. But yeah, it's cool. I like it right off the bat, kind of. Today we're really about, when I first look at it, I like a lot of these images. When I really look at it, I think there's some weird choices, which kind of make me a little hesitant to like love the tattoo, but hey, whatever. Some of this line work, weak, very weak. The bottom of the snake, which is, if you're tattooing in this part of the hand, it's extremely difficult. If you're tattooing so much detail in that hair, pretty hard. But yeah, the line work in the snake, pretty rough. The hair, pretty weak. Like it's not really black the way it should be. And there's like a lot of these straggly lines that you could just see too much of like a straggliness to them. But the black and gray face is actually my favorite part of this tattoo. And I hate usually when people leave faces black and gray. I really like when people use brown to color a tattoo, especially a face. But hey, they did black and gray. That looks actually pretty phenomenal, even though some of these eyes are off. You know what? Don't nitpick this one. Just look at it, flash it. Okay, it's gone. We like the tattoo. On to the next. Oh my God, what is up with today, dude? Today is looking at a tattoo real quick, being like, yeah, and then when I dissect it, I'm like, nah. That's how I feel about this Sacred Heart. First glance, love it. If you really dissect it, kind of rough. Those lines look blown out. The shading looks very patchy and really stiff. Like, it's just like they shaded bam, bam, bam. If I had to guess, this tattooer has been tattooing for less than 3 years. I know that might be harsh, especially if they've been tattooing for longer, but just at a first glance, that's how I feel about this tattoo. On to the next. Okay, this tattoo is slightly different in the fact that I absolutely, Luda Tootie, Buddha Rudy, fucking hate any sort of camping scenes. Hate them. And this is by far probably the best applied, designed tattoo that we've seen. So really, you're just left with my personal preference on whether I like it or not. I do not. I fucking hate camping scenes. You bring me a camping scene, I'm gonna cut off my pinky toe to not do it. And yeah, but no, this is a great tattoo. The tattooer did phenomenal. Like, there's enough space. The gray looks gray, the black looks black, and this is just like a fucking great tattoo. Obviously, that shop looks super cool. Whoever's curating that shop did a really good job, so I imagine they know and care about tattooing. But yeah, phenomenal tattoo. I'm sorry that I don't like it. Camping scenes to me are like the 7 layers of hell. Like, they are just like layer 1, 2, 3 through 7. Like, I hate camping scenes. It's definitely my own personal bias. I think I've maybe just done too many of them. Every single time someone brought me them, I always go like, that looks fucking dumb to me, and I cannot make it not look dumb, you know? And one time, I had to do an all snowy capped one with all color, and I just ended up having to put like these super light grays and like purple. Oh my God, that fucking tattoo. I hope that person's not watching this video, hearing me talk about their fucking tattoo, but I hated that tattoo. So yeah, thanks for the nightmares. I hate loving this tattoo. It's a great one. On to the next. This is a nice palette cleanser for me. A goddamn wizard dude holding a crystal ball and a staff. Overall, I love it. That's it. That's fucking it. It's dumb, it's clunky, it's everything I personally like in the tattoo. Some of the design stuff is kind of off, but I'm gonna guess, just knowing most traddy daddies, we got this image from like an old piece of Flash, maybe an old Huck Spalding book where there's like millions and millions of fucking wizards. So I'm not gonna be too judgmental on the design. I guarantee this tatter did not design it himself. So yeah, love it, into it. I hope you like it, because you should. It's super cool. On to the next. Okay, and then someone sent me this. I like that you sent it to me, but I absolutely hate that you fucking sent this to me. Flush the toilet, bros. Okay, if you're gonna send me pictures, don't send me pictures like this. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Okay, let's break down this tattoo. Although, I mean, like, the tattoo just looks bad, right? It's a cross with a crown of thorns looking thing, and then a bunch of clouds, I think. Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? I mean, this person sent me this picture. Didn't even fucking flush the toilet. There's full pee and fucking toilet paper in this motherfucker. All right, you think they're making great choices in life? I don't think so. Yeah, don't send me pictures like that. And if you do, I'm gonna talk about it. On to the next. Okay, this one, design-wise. Design and idea, and like whether or not I like it, fucking 10.5, dude. Just kind of wonky, weird, but like fits really well. Now there's technical things, the way it was applied, that I'm not a huge fan of, but you guys know that. There's red outlines here, and then they put a bunch of yellow in it. Not a huge fan of that. Never going to be a huge fan of that. But on this one, I don't give a fuck. On this one, I really like just the idea. I do not know what it's supposed to be. I mean, obviously it's clouds and lightning bolts, but like, I don't know if it's from something or if this person just like drew this on. I don't know, don't care, love it, great tattoo. The technical things that I don't like are my own things, you know? Like, drive me crazy, but it's okay. On to the next. Okay, I'm gonna judge this tattoo 2 different ways, because there's that realistic eye, and then we got this traditional shit. Okay, the realistic eye needs some love. That part is a little not realistic. You know, it's clear to me that tattooer who did this tattoo specializes in traditional, and they tried to do a realistic eye, and they made, you know, they didn't quite get there. There's some roughness to that tattoo that is clear. Not the best, not the best. But the idea, I think if applied better, could work, could be interesting. And that Panther, although there's some real big flaws in it, like the saturation, the lines, all these things, when you just look at it real quick, you go, God damn, that thing's cool, right? Am I the only one who feels that? I cannot be the only one who feels that. When you look at it at a quick glance, you go, that's fucking a cool ass fucking leopard, blue leopard thing. I don't know, whatever. Who gives a shit? It works. They did great. I just think there's like, they could have made it even greater by like finishing some of it. If you zoom in right into that mouth, you go, this motherfucker didn't even get close to the lines. He didn't even care at all. He just like kind of went brah, 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 which I'm like okay with. As a tattooer, I do stuff like that sometimes, but I'm like, finish it, bruh. You could have finished it. And that like the cheek, the face, the snout of this panther leopard thing, pretty rough when it comes to the black work. Like that shading, that ain't good shading. But everything else is fucking cool and interesting, so good for you. I'm not gonna harp on anything else for too much longer because I just like it. On to the next, boys and girls. God damn it, tarot cards. I fucking hate tarot cards. You know, I just do. I hate having to do perfect squares. There's actually a friend of mine who's probably watching this. I love you, buddy. If you know who you are, I love you. Fuck tarot cards. You made me do one last fucking time, and I hated it. I hated living that day, but I tried my best. I think I did a pretty good job. Yeah, hate tarot cards. Don't like doing perfect squares on imperfect bodies, and this one is just beat to living hell. I know that you guys send me stuff. I know you guys have good spirits. I know, because you guys send them to me, and you guys have watched my videos in the past, and you know how I like to shit on things. It is my love language when it comes to tats sometimes. I like saying words, and I like talking shit. And this tattoo, I almost don't even need to talk shit about because it is so bad. On to the next. Okay, fucking gears on a hand with a compass. Okay, this is everything I hate in tattoos. I don't know why it works for this guy. Maybe it does work for this guy. I don't know. This tattoo needs some love in, okay? Some of those lines are shaky as all hell and they're fucking disappearing. I don't know if the idea works, and I don't know why some part of me is okay with it. I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my fucking mind. Maybe it's because I'm filming this for the second time because the audio fucked up yesterday. But yeah, I'm okay with it. I like it. Good for you. I like your little palm tat. I like your little handy tat, dude. Grown-ass man hand tat. On to the motherfucking next. Okay, this is a tattoo that I like. There's nothing about it. It's great, super well executed. Design-wise, this would typically go into the like boring area for me. You know, like I got a ship on my chest. I got a ship on my chest 13 years ago. I'm kind of bored with it. I don't think I'd mind putting a big old black skull like right in the center of it. So like for someone to show up with a ship on their back and me to not be like bored with it, it's kind of hard. But this one does something for me. And it really does something for me because of the sparrows and the girls. The sparrows and the girls take this tattoo from a like meh to a oh my God. I love when tattoos that are supposed to be symmetrical like aren't. And that is what that girl is doing. Like it does something to my eyes where I just get fixated on it and I just enjoy it. So for you at home with this tatty, good for you. I like it. Probably got the best ship back piece I've seen in a long time. So on to the next. What do you think I'm gonna say about this one? Because if it's anything less than I fucking love this tattoo and it's phenomenal and this guy got a really great tattoo, you know, then you're crazy because it is phenomenal. It looks cool, it's interesting, I love everything about it. I'm gonna keep this one pretty straightforward because I think all of us looking at it go, I like it. A fucking broccoli. A broccoli tat. Of course, a broccoli tattoo holding a pizza. This is what we call in the game of Tratty Tatty, broccoli holding a pizza tat, okay? Yeah, I've never seen it before. Have you ever seen it before? Nope. But it looks very cool, very interesting. And you know what's really cool to me is that this person has gone to the same tattooer at least 3 times, all right? There's the ducky, there's the broccoli, and there's that thing on the other side that is so clearly done by the same tattooer. I don't even need to see more than like a fraction of it to see that it is done by the same tattooer. I love how uniform this sleeve is. Personally, I wish there was more texture and less space, but that does not matter because it is done so well and the tattoo artist who is doing it has their style locked and loaded and is just such a good tattooer. What's interesting, what makes me happy, what makes me like go, hey, Kirk, I'm happy now, is the fact that the tattooer is doing artsy fartsy crap with the understanding that they're creating lifelong tattoos that need to look good forever, and that's what they're doing to a T. Great tattoo. I hope you love it. I love that you love it because you keep going to that same person, and yeah, let's see what else we got. Okay, a Hanya breaking through a girl's face. Now, Mr. Goatee, okay? That is who we're talking about. And what I think is interesting is one, the tattoo that they sent me, love it. It's great. The contrast between the Hanya and the Geisha faces, solid. So solid. This tattoo, just in general, really cool. What I'm interested in, and what I might be a little critical of, is how they're gonna complete this arm and sleeve. Like, it is clear to me that the person who did the Hanya is not the person who did the black and gray clouds trying to be Japanese. So how are you gonna complete it? Because like right now it looks like you got this part and then you got this part. So are you gonna go back to this person and have them bang out the rest? Or are you gonna have a different person try and mimic the clouds on the bottom? I don't know. That's gonna be an interesting one, Mr. Goatee and long hair. Send me a picture when it's all done. I hope you make some good choices between now and then, Mr. Goatee and long hair. Next, okay, we got a couple Japanese ass tats in here, dude. As someone who is a person who's currently looking to get my back completed and tattooed, I am gonna definitely be putting a big Japanese dragon on my back. Decided, I'm looking, I'm making some emails, I'm sending them out, trying to figure out who I want to do it. And so this tattoo really calls to me, but there's one thing that just kind of calls to me a little harder, and it's that purple. Who the fuck would pick that purple to do in a Japanese dragon? And why the fuck does that actually work? Okay, I'm upset about it. I'm upset because one, I like color. You see I like color. You know I like color. And I have no clue. I can't even kind of come close to whatever that purple is in those scales and in those cloths. What am I looking at, guys? Where is that? What is that? And how did that tattooer know it was gonna work? Like, blows me away. I look forward to seeing this one finished because it is pretty interesting and kind of wild. I also love the eyes. So, next. Okay, we got this tiger. Very Euro, very Euro, and I like that. You know, I don't personally like it. Like, I just, you know, I like color. I've said it once, I've said it twice. I think this is my third time saying it in this video. I like color. I like when colors look bold and like kind of harsh. Like I want them to be heavy. I want you to see those colors popping off the skin. And in Euro traddy stuff, they tend not to do that. They do these really muted colors. I get down on it. This is a good example of a great tattoo. I think, let me look, probably my favorite tattoo executed wise. It looks great. And that's all I got to say about that. Good for you. Next. What the fuck is that? Don't send this type of stuff to me. Color outline stuff. Just kidding. Just kidding. If you got this at home, I love you. I'm glad you're here. Don't send me more stuff like this. On to the next. Okay. Yeah. I get down with it. I want to say the placement, great. Super great. I like it. Wild decisions. I hope you like it. I think the tattoo wise, I'm gonna give it a solid 7. 7.2. You're missing 3 points or 2.8 points for not getting the second nose on that girl. Like, you got 2 nostrils, and if you zoom in on the dude, we got 2 dots right above the lips. You zoom in on the face of the girl, you got 1 dot. Who cares? Nothing taking away from the tattoo. Just little things that I notice as a tat god, right? Okay, next. I'm gonna say, I like the Eddie Reaper thing. There's not enough distance between the amount. It all looks the same. The shading all looks too textured, and it's really hard for me to distinguish where the face ends, where the gown starts, where the hands are, and everything else. That's my biggest flaw. Design, I like Technique, I wish they would have used a little bit or a lot more restraint with this type of texturing tattoo stuff. Next, cats, boring, hate cats. Yeah, allergic to them, don't send me them unless it's the lucky cat from earlier. Just kidding, these are fine tattoos. Yeah, they're cool. They're cool. I'm glad you have them. I'm sure you like them. I hate cats. No, I don't really hate cats. I'm just allergic to them. So yeah, finish them. I wish this looked unfinished to me. Next, wizard. Bitchin'. This is a wizard day. We have had 2 wizards. This one's better than the other wizard. Sorry, just is. Was this one done in Orange County? I think so. I don't know I forget the name of the tatter who I'm thinking of, but it looks very Orange County to me. It might not be. On to the next. Wow, that's a beautiful snake. That's a beautiful snake, fine line, delicate. The scales are going the right way. Everything about this, I love. Good for you. I guess your mom is named Sue or someone you love is named Sue. The person who's got Sue tattooed on their forearm and this snake, I love it. Good for you. Next, Hanya dagger thing. Okay, there's things I like about it. Placement, you lose me. This tattoo goes from a solid 9, probably not a 9, goes from a solid 7.5 to a 5.5 because of the handle, dude. The handle, the handle goes right here. And now this big old space for a nice big cap of a shoulder has a handle in it. So you have to work around it. I know, nitpicky, tattooery guy stuff, but does drive me crazy. The tattooer should have been like, hey bro, if you're planning to fill out a sleeve, don't put a handle right in the best real estate. And maybe he did. And then maybe I'm just saying it twice, and now you're going like, fuck. And now don't go fuck, because you could fix it. You just put a lot of little bangers around it. It's fine, it's not the end of the world. It's just, as a tat god, if I call myself a tat god one more fucking time, that's so dorky. As a tat lord, yeah, that's what I think about. We got a castle on the ribs. This is what a castle on the ribs should look like. Complete, solid, there's so many lines that I could get nitpicky, and this is wonky kind of, but that's what you're gonna get on ribs, and especially when he's taking a photo like this, all half-assed. Yeah, super cool, very painful, good for you. But something we're gonna be talking a little bit about is placement. And my guy, dude, how much of this goes onto your back and how much of it ruins your back piece potential? I don't know. I can't tell from this picture, but I'm gonna guess it goes on to the front and the back pretty well. I think that those tattoos are more important, and you should probably just put this all on your back. But who am I? I'm not your daddy, unless you want me to be. I don't wanna be your daddy. I don't wanna be. On to the next. Great tattoo, super cool. Multiple line weights, never my favorite. In case you're wondering what that means thicker and thinner lines on a traditional tattoo. I do not like when people put peach into traditional pinups. Not peach, go brown. Make it harder. Sometimes it's a little scary. You see people putting in peach because they don't want it to be so kind of caca brown. Gotta put the caca brown in, dudes. Okay, that really makes the tattoo age better. I know that can be a little scary at first, but that blue to turquoise in the peacock feathers, that is the move, dude. Whoever that tattooer is, whoever had the confidence to pull that off, good for you, dude. Those are great combos. Super solid, I love it. Yeah, next. Don't know what I'm looking at, okay? This looks like a tattoo that a smart person drew up and designed. They kind of missed the mark, right? Okay, I can't do this. You bring this to me and you don't have an exact thing that I need to copy, I'm not doing a good job. I'm not. You say, I want a metallic mask that just covers the nose and the eyes, I'm fucking that up. I'm fucking that up every single day from here to eternity. So, if you're gonna get something like this that's very complicated, very unique, very weird, you better go to an artist who's going to nail it, who just understands this subject matter. And there's something here that it looks fine. It's not a bad tattoo. There's also something here that misses the mark for me. And I think there are some artistic things that I can't pinpoint why I don't like it, because I'm not well versed in this type of thing, but it's clear to me that there's something off. I don't know, but who am I? Can I do this? You bring me a metallic face, black and gray? No, not happening. but I could tell you that I don't like it for some reason. You know, not that it's a bad tattoo at all, just something's off. Something's off. Next. Okay, big Japanese. Kirin, I believe, is what they're called, only because I used to drink beer back in the day, and I believe I drank a beer that had this little guy on it named Kirin. Maybe it's Sapporo, don't know. I'm the worst when it comes to Japanese character names. I love tattooing Japanese, and I cannot ever remember the names. But very nice, definitely interesting choices when it comes to the background. I'm really not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna let the ones who know, because it gets a little complicated when we talk about wind bars, and I'm not the best at wind bars, but there are some style choices here that the tattooer took on that I do not agree with, and I think that most traddy Japanese people would be like, yeah, missed the mark a little bit, but hey, whatever. I'm not that person today. I'm just gonna say solid. I will say that the face, the dragon face with the purple eyes, I fucking love that. I got down with that. We got this like punk rock skull. Okay, I don't think I've given out a 10 today, and I'm not going to start right now, but it's a solid 9. Mostly, and that's like super biased. I know all of you guys are like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, super biased. I'm going with it. Some of those teeth are gonna crumble into a million pieces because they're so bold. Who gives a shit? You know, like you're getting punk rock tats. You don't care if the teeth get all mushed together. Who cares? I like it. Next, that looks like a hot pile of turd. You can't fix it, so you're gonna have to chop it off. I'm sorry, buddy. Now you could fix it. Maybe you could fix it. Hopefully you could fix it. Sorry. Next. Great. Love it. We're getting towards the end of this video, and my energy level at the end of these videos goes from like super hyped to super tired. It's crazy. Filming sometimes gets me a little exhausted, and I'm just gonna say, yes. Okay, I have to talk about this one. Okay? I can't just yes through life, you know? I got to talk about this one. This is the type of tattoo someone brings to me and I go, God damn it, that's gonna be hard. And then it's the type of tattoo that you finish that, you know, you put like a bunch of colors into it and you're like, I fucking hope that looks good. You don't know. And then they come back and it's all healed and it looks perfect. Great tattoo, well executed. You should give this tattooer a big old hug and a kiss, because that thing looks solid, very good. And that purple is a hard thing to pull off. So great on them, great on you for having it. You got lucky. Next, big Hanya mask with a third eye. I like it in this type of stencil look, all black and all white, no shading, just heavy blacks, heavy whites. Yes. Okay, we have some Eric Mosky looking background on this traditional type of tattooing. In case you don't know, that like those clouds, those stars, like using these different backgrounds and making them play together, that's very Eric Mosky-esque. Okay, if you've never seen his style, go Google him. He's no longer alive. It's a style that only a few people really know how to do well, and this is pretty close. I'm not gonna say I love it, because I don't, but I like it, and that's good enough. Next. Some anime. You knew when you sent me this fine line anime, I'd be like, it's anime. Very nice. I want to see it healed. Send it to me healed and we'll talk about it then. And I think that is the end of this video. Thank you so much. I'll see you in a few days. If you want your tattoos judged by this fucking jabroni, send them to an email. You'll find the link in the description. I'll talk about the ones I like. I'll talk about the ones I don't like. The ones in the middle that are just good, probably not gonna talk about because I don't have enough to say about them. So, thank you. I'll see you in a few days.